Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and more Blood and Plunder here as we keep working our way through the native commanders. Today we got another interesting one, another high point character in comparison to the first several that we looked at. This one is Antônio Filipe Camarão, and he specifically can lead South American tribes, right? So the neat thing with the natives is we got all kinds of flavors of native commanders going all the way from like specifically North American to Caribbean, to sort of Central and South America here as well. So for 30 points, he has a standard melee weapon, and that's it. No firearms. So with that in mind, we can kind of already guess, like where we're going to need to get the most out of him, and that's going to be ideally close combat, or at least making use of his abilities to help out the force as well. So with that, as we continue the trend here with the Native American commanders, we get 3 rules. Great Warrior, which we've seen every time so far, I think. Inspiring, always great to have. And then Tactician, which we don't always see too much of, but we'll get to that in a moment. But for your 30-point investment, you're getting excellent 12-inch command range. So that's a nice bubble of command range on the field. And the excellent 3 command points. So for spending that much on a commander, we definitely want that 3rd command point. So let's jump in. Great Warrior is a neat ability that we've seen again so far on all the native commanders. And basically, whatever unit he joins, they can upgrade all the models to what are called War Captains. It's point per model, and ideally we put him in a max out or maxed size unit for what we're playing. And then from there, once per turn, War Captains can apply a -1 bonus to any one test they take. So whether he ends up in a unit that does have shooting, great. We're still getting the bonus, and that's, he's going to provide that. But then obviously if we get into combat and it's a good unit in close combat as well, that much better, right? And he'll be able to contribute there as well with his melee weapon. So... And now it's specifically the War Captains that get the bonus, not the commander himself, if I understand it correctly. But nonetheless, he's still another body contributing. But really, if we get in the right situations, maybe we're softening up a unit with some shooting that we have, get in there in combat with him, take the bonus, we should do absolutely well, because the natives do have a lot of troops that are a lot of units that will do very well in combat. Now, Inspiring, we've seen that over and over again. Almost like a default special ability to have for commanders, so we're always looking for that. Or Very Inspiring if we find it. Basically all friendly units within his command range, again, very good command range, may reroll any failed rally tests when his unit is active. And with those 3 command points, we can definitely dole out the rally commands, hopefully keep the force in the fight as long as possible. And again, with that 12-inch command, we can spread the troops out a little bit. We don't have to be overly bunched up, but that lets us extend the commander's reach quite nicely. And again, keeping the force in the fight as long as possible is the goal. Now, lastly, Tactician. We don't see this one often, and it's pretty neat, but not necessarily like overly game-breaking. But it does fit in. So basically, when we draw the hand for the beginning of the turn, we can actually discard and redraw a single card. So it's a little bit of filtering without having to use Fortune to discard the whole hand. So it just gives us a neat option where maybe we're on the fence. It's like is it a hand where we do want to burn that fortune point, but maybe we can use that ability and see maybe getting rid of that one card makes the turn playable. We don't have to burn the fortune, and interestingly, we could. I'm not sure on the sequencing on that enough. If it's allowed, let us know in the comments. If not, but you could, let's say the hand is just completely garbage. Use fortune, draw a new hand, maybe it's slightly better, then filter the card with Tactician. But in general, just if we need just that one other card, maybe it draws us into an event, who knows. But just having that little filtering is nice. So anytime we get a little bit of a freebie ability, ideally for the full length of the game, we could do that several times. So, but again, he's got to be alive for that. And key thing too is his unit cannot be shaken. So if we find ourselves in a bit of a pinch, because we are getting engaged throughout the game, we want to just be aware of that. So ideally we keep him safe and sound as long as possible, let the troops do the work, but we're going to be up close and personal more often than not with the Great Warrior, and ideally either having the unit shoot or getting into some close combat and just finishing off enemies. So all in all, a pretty interesting commander. Let us know in the comments if you think he is worth the 30 points, and specifically how that will work with that South American tribes list. Let us know if you've had some success with him, or if you've come up against a list that's played him and how that's gone for you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.